Hello, and thank you for coming to the McWaters Effect. I'm your host, Matt, and today I'm looking at OAN, but first, I need you to hit like and subscribe. Helps the channel grow. Let's take a look at this news article. Timken, election integrity is #1 issue for the 2022 elections. And there's a video here. We'll go ahead and watch it.
A Senate candidate from Ohio is sounding off on the importance of election integrity. One America's Christina Bobb has more from Washington.
Jane Timken, U.S. Senate candidate for Ohio. What is it that states need to be doing to preserve election integrity?
Well, I applaud all the great patriots who are standing up for the audits that are happening in Arizona and Georgia, those that are pushing for audits in Pennsylvania and Michigan and perhaps Wisconsin. The American people overwhelmingly want to get to the bottom of what happened in the 2020 election, and we need to support that. As the next senator from Ohio, I will push to have election integrity. It's about our democracy. We did it right here in Ohio. I worked with the Trump campaign when I was chair of the Republican Party. We recruited over 300 attorneys and poll observers to be on the ground to watch what was happening on Election Day. In fact, I caught a Democrat operative pushing ballot harvesting, which is illegal in Ohio, and referred that case to the Attorney General here. We need to stand up for election integrity, and we need to fight back against the Democrats and their push for H.R. 1 for the People's Act, which I call For the Democrats Act. They want to federalize all the terrible policies that they pushed in the 2020 election of massive mail ballots, no voter verification. And we need to have our strong election integrity, make it easy to vote and hard to cheat.
And are there specific measures that Ohio took that prevented or limited election fraud in Ohio? Or tell us a little bit about the measures that Ohio takes.
Sure. Ohio has always made it easy to vote and hard to cheat. What we do is we verify the ballots that are mailed out in absentee ballot requests. We match them with those that come back in. We have signature verifications that are very highly regulated. We need to make sure that we have voters on the rolls that are actual voters. So we do purge our voter list to make sure that we don't have voters who have moved out of the state voting. We secure our elections. We make it very easy for people to vote. That's just what we should be doing across the country.
We're seeing this wave of Democrat lawmakers refusing to vote and refusing to allow quorum in these legislative sessions. We saw it in Arizona. We saw it most recently in Texas. What do you make of lawmakers failing to show up to protect election integrity?
Well, they're failing to do their job. And this nonsense from the Democrats, they're gaslighting Republicans who are calling into question what happened in 2020. They refuse to acknowledge that the bills that are passed in Georgia and Texas actually improve election integrity and make it easier to vote. Look, at the end of the day, the Democrats are all about their own power. This is another power grab. We need them to get back to Texas and get back to doing their work and stop dancing around in D.C.
Ma'am, thank you so much for your time and for your analysis.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that's the end of the video. And when it comes to election integrity, Democrats care less about it. What they are concerned about is their power and to consolidate that power. So the way to do that for them, in their opinion, is to pass H.R. 1. Now, in order for them to pass it, they're going to have to get rid of that filibuster. Once they get rid of the filibuster, they will pass that H.R. 1. Then after that, the next job for them to do is to add Supreme Court justice onto the Supreme Court and take control of that. Once you do that, you have consolidated your power. Then you can start going after the Second Amendment and going after the First Amendment, as well as the Third and Fourth and Fifth, and so on and so forth. And erode those amendments and bring in their communist utopia they think would be more just towards minorities and towards everybody who didn't have a fair shake before. What it will do was destroy the economy we have, and that is capitalism. Communism and capitalism does not work together. We're going more towards fascism than communism. Now, both of them are bad. Neither one of them should be involved in the United States, and we need to make sure it doesn't happen. That's the reason we're going through these audits. Because the fact is the Democrat Party and some of the Republican Party are fascists. They want fascism. Or you got some of these Democrats that are stupid that think that they're going to bring in the next wave of communism into the United States. Well, I'm sorry, but people like Joe Biden, they're not communist. They're fascist. But guys, that's my opinion. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Helps the channel grow. Peace.